Hello, welcome back to the wife-aggro community video series. Today we're going to be looking at the Arma II Mod, DayZ. We're going to be starting a new series of videos on this game, or on this mod, called Survival Tips. And the first tip we're going to be looking at is the deer stand. One of the really cool things that we like about this mod for Arma 2 is that it puts you in a survival situation on the game's island, where it's essentially just you, a bunch of zombies, and a couple of other players, depending on the size of the server, who can either be helpful, form a community with you, or, as in what I've discovered, they're just out there to kill you. One of the things that you have to do in Arma 2, or in DayZ, is the game starts you out with basically nothing. You get some bandages, some painkillers, and a flashlight, and you have to scavenge around for all of your equipment. One of the best places to find equipment are these deer stands. They all basically look the same, and you'll see them mostly on the tree lines up in the hills. And as you can see from this one that I'm looking at now, it didn't have any weapons, which is what you normally hope to find in a tree stand, but it did have some morphine and some painkillers, which I already had plenty of. But I did take one of the morphines. I can see a zombie sneaking up on me, so it's time for me to get off this tree stand. And I have to do that in first-person view, because it just makes it easier to find the ladder. You'll notice in the upper right-hand corner that my blood, which is health, is down to about 4,600, which starts at 12,000. And the reason it's low is because earlier I had climbed up on a tree stand and got into a fight with some zombies, and to help me out, one of the other survivors on the map shot me. So my blood's at about a third what it should be at, and I have to be a lot more careful. One of the best tips to avoid having that happen to you is to constantly be listening to your environment. For example, now you can hear that zombie that I saw coming up in the distance getting closer to me. If you can hear him, you can get away from him. Okay, let's take another look at how I go into these tree stands. Like I said before, it's important to listen to your environment. So you'll see me stop. Listen to see if there's anything around. And since there's not, I go ahead and climb up into the tree stand. You can tell whether you're visible or loud by the two indicators on the right-hand side of the screen. The ear gives you an indicator of how loud you're being based on the semicircles that expand out from it. And the little eye tells you how visual you are, or how well you can be seen, based on the same thing, how many semicircles radiate out from it. Up in these tree stands, it's important to look at both of the spawns for equipment. Sometimes there'll be only one, sometimes there'll be two. But if you see two piles like you have here, then you definitely want to look at both of them. And once again, I kind of didn't get any guns, which is a bummer. You'll notice that I do go into first-person view to get on the ladder, and then I immediately go back into third-person to crawl away. That's just my own personal playstyle. And you will see me pause from time to time, just to make sure I'm not being followed. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the series. Please like it, link it, and check out our website. Thank you.